Oh my God, please just end this season now. Manchester United's campaign appears to be going from bad to worse on and off the pitch. Every single time Manchester United take to the pitch in a match, it seems to go from bad to worse. We're in a league position which doesn't seem to be improving anytime soon. And Manchester United, no matter how good we go on a run between now and the end of the season, what's the best case scenario? 10th. So all our eggs are being put into the basket of the Europa League, which could present us with an opportunity to be playing Champions League football next season, and the FA Cup, which of course both competitions give you a nice bit of silverware and European qualification. But it's that Europa League which dangles that carrot of Champions League football for Manchester United. And we've seen not only how important Champions League football is to in terms of recruitment and just mood at a club amongst the fan base, the players, everybody, but also how important that could be financially for Manchester United. Manchester United fans are having to become experts in finances. We've got PSR issues, FFP issues. We've got debt issues at the club, which has been lumbered onto us by the Glazers, and they don't appear to be wanting to make it any easier for Manchester United. So it looks like we need to bring in money from the Champions League. One way into that was the Europa League. One way into that was being successful in the Europa League. But with news like the news we have received today, not only is Kobbie Mainoo out injured, Manuel Ugarte out injured, Toby Collier out injured, our whole midfield shot to bits, but also Amad Diallo, who's been by far our player of the season, is going to be out for the remainder of the season. And this is such a huge blow to our attempts. Look, the game against Spurs that we've got on Sunday, you know, of course, I'm gutted about that. It's a big game away from home against Spurs. You want to win that game. Spurs have been going through their own injury crisis. They're bringing a few players back. We needed players available. What are we going to do? Bring Casemiro in, who has hardly played any football for Ruben Amorim, and expect him to resolve things in the middle of the park. It's going to be very, very difficult. But also, our front line, they haven't been scoring. They haven't been presenting us with goals. They haven't been firing for Manchester United. And now we've lost the one player that was firing, the one player that was scoring, the one player that did look like he could make something happen at a drop of a hat at any given moment. And now Amad Diallo is out for just end the season. Just end it. Can't cope with this season no more. And I'd started to get intrigued by the Europa League, and interested in it. You know, our form in there, despite the fact we started our campaign without a win in 3 games, 3 draws. We ended up the league campaign unbeaten, finishing in the top 4, giving us a preferable draw in terms of we're into the last 16. We're waiting to see who we're going to play. And then we just get news like this, left, right and centre. Kobbie Mainoo, unknown how long he's going to be out for. Ugarte the same. Toby Collier the same. But Amad Diallo possibly being out for the remainder of the campaign is such a big blow. And this is coming from Chris Wheeler at the Mail. We're hearing it from various different sources as well. Fabrizio Romano jumped onto the train once Chris Wheeler went with it and has posted Amad Diallo set to miss the rest of the season with an ankle injury. Confirmed. Man United star suffered the injury earlier this week. As Chris Wheeler reports, he's expected to be unavailable for the next 3 months. Big blow for United and Ruben Amorim. And this came from earlier on in the day, us discovering that Kobbie Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte and Toby Collier were out. Unknown how long they're going to be out for. But that's in addition to now Amad Diallo, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, who's forever injured. Same with Mason Mount, Johnny Evans, who has a back injury, and Altay by India. United are running low on options now. It's nothing like the injury crisis we suffered under Erik ten Hag last season. That was ridiculous at times, absolutely ridiculous. But it does feel like it's all happening at once for Manchester United, and you lose that midfield and you lose your main man up top. How much better can this season really get now? And you're going into that game against Spurs where you would have thought, you know what, we can do Spurs. I quite fancy us to win. And now you're sitting there thinking, and you're looking at that thinking, oh my God, there's no chance of a positive result in that. Unless Le Carrington step up. And the manager has spoken about some of the younger players being used in training this week. We have heard that Chido Obi dropped the Martin. He doesn't want to be heard by Chido Obi Martin. Now I think Martin's one of his middle names. His name is Chido Obi. That's how he wants to be referred to. So that's how we refer to him. Sekou Koney, Harry Amas, Jack Morehouse and Eli Harrison have travelled with Manchester United's first team squad to face Tottenham. So we could be seeing a debut from Chido Obi. We could be seeing a debut from Sekou Kone, Harry Amas, Jack Morehouse, Eli Harrison. Some exciting talent there. You know, Harry Amas has been a lot of talk about him. You know, and I think if he was available more often this season, I think we would have seen him closer to the first team already. Sekou Kone, Jack Morehouse, exciting midfield players that could possibly do it for Manchester United. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on there. The lighting has just gone off. Everything's going wrong for us today, it seems. But these youngsters have a big opportunity now. It's a shame that we have to chuck them in at the deep end and we have to chuck them in an away game against a decent side in Spurs. But also, it's a Spurs side that haven't been performing. A Spurs side that have a few injury problems of their own, although a few of their players are back. And it's a Spurs side where if you chuck some youngsters in who are fearless, who just want to go for it, who, you know, stick to the game plan, play well, you never know, Man United could discover a few stars out here. And we know, you know, Chido Obi, fantastic talent, goal-scoring talent. We don't want to put the weight of the world on him. You'd imagine with Højlund and Xerxes being available, he's probably not going to start anyway. But you could get your chance off the bench. Sekou Kone could get a chance, you know what I mean? You know, if he plays Casemiro doesn't perform. We've seen the manager will take him off in the past before. You know, not really fancied him so far. Big opportunity there. Big opportunity there for some of these boys. And fingers crossed, when it comes their way, they can take it. Let's just hope it's not too much too soon for some of them. But what a horrible day. Amad Diallo. Got me out here feeling like Montoya or whatever his name is. Jesus. Oh, Amad Diallo. Kobbie Mainoo injured now as well. You know, we just got him back from an injury. He's had a few injury problems. Hopefully it's not something that plagues him throughout his career. And it's just part of him growing up and, you know, maybe picking up a few niggling injuries. But that's a massive disappointment. Man Utd, I think, who's been good for the manager this season. Disappointing there as well. Oh, it's just making me sick everywhere. You look left, right and centre. We are losing players. And we're losing key players. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Can some of these younger lads step up? Do these injuries mean, especially the injury to Amad Diallo, that all hopes of any trophies are out of the window for Manchester United? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be back with a reaction to that game against Tottenham Hotspur, where hopefully United can pull something off with the players that we have available. Anyway, make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share and subscribe. I've been Adam McKola. I'm out of here.